Hey guys, hey everyone. Um, let's just first acknowledge that for some reason I look better as the day goes on. I did a, I did a live on my business page, day 3 of the Money Making Challenge, and I was like, "Ooh, looking rough." But I think it's just because I haven't washed my hair, and it starts to look better. But this starts to get real crazy. All right. Anyways, guys, hi. So I'm doing a live Q&A. I've had a couple questions already come in. I think I have about. Mary had a lot. She had a lot she posted. But I'm going to be here. I plan to be here for the next 30 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, I also posted things that I have experience in. So I have experience in launching an online digital course. I launched one last year called How to Win at Weddings. I'm going to be launching that actually again soon. In my first launch, I made around $5,000, nothing too crazy, but pretty successful for me as my first digital course launch. I've also had an $8,000 month in the first 6 months of my coaching business. I have had a $10,000 wedding client when I owned my wedding flower business. I've had a $15,000 cash month. And then I put in some other stuff, like just life stuff. If you want to know, how to exercise 4 times a week, if you want to know how to be gluten-free, if you want to know how to do intermittent fasting, whatever it is, I think most of you guys in here are looking for business advice. So this is totally an opportunity for you to ask any questions that you have. I've run Facebook ads at like 36, I think it was 36 cents. Some of them I have running right now, and they're more like 60 cents or 80 cents per conversion, but I can talk about the basics. I'm not a Facebook ads expert, but I can totally talk about the basics. And so I have owned a wedding flower business that did really well. I now have owned a online coaching business that is doing very well. So whatever you guys have about starting an online business, starting an online empire, starting a wedding business, growing a wedding business, growing an online business, whatever it is, pop it over in the comments and I'd be happy to answer it. Nothing is too dumb. I remember being like a baby little entrepreneur and always feeling like my questions were dumb or they were silly or they were embarrassing. And I don't want you guys to ever feel like that on this live. Nothing is too silly. Nothing is too dumb. We are all new entrepreneurs at some point that don't know the answer to something, that need guidance on something. So feel free to take advantage of this, all right? And quick little note before we get started with the live Q&A, the Money Making Habit course is open for enrollment. Right now we are in early bird and I have just added a payment plan. The payment plan is 2 monthly payments of $55. So the early bird ends Friday night or Saturday at midnight. So get on the course. It is amazing. It is the course to end all courses. It is the course when you are not taking action in your business, the course that will get you actually taking action. And I do a lot of it through journaling, mindset work, and everything like that to get you like fully into cranking it out in your business. All right? Okay. It's 5 modules. There's 2 bonuses. I'll post more about it later. But again, the payment plan was just launched and I'm really excited about this course. It's probably the course I've wanted to create for a while and haven't allowed myself to do. All right, so I'm just going to jump in. Please post your questions over in the comments. I'm going to start with one of Mary's questions. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out between a couple other questions I got through email. All right, so Mary asked about running Facebook ads. She has been running Facebook ads for several days with absolutely no luck. I am running a special kind of session and have done a bunch of work on the back end. I have a video on my ad. I have tried different objectives, different targeting, etc., and I'm getting no interaction. I'm stumped. I know my ideal client and all that, but still, any ideas or tips? Okay. So I know that Mary is a photographer. So I know that the ad that she's promoting is probably related to a special kind of photography session. So typically when it comes to Facebook ads, you want to let them run for at least 3 days, people say, to stabilize. They call it kind of like stabilizing. So once it gets to 3 days and past, that means you should start to see a number for the cost per click stabilize. And then you should start to actually see people clicking on the ad. Now, guys, if you know me and you've been following me for a while, or if you have just been following me for the past couple days, You know, I talk a lot more about mindset stuff, intuition, consistency, self-discipline, journaling, things like that. So when it comes to Facebook ads, I'm going to give a little bit more logistical stuff because she's looking just for tips or tricks on her ad. I don't know her ad. I don't know her landing page, but I did ask her if she was sending people that clicked on that ad just to a landing page. That's tip number one. If you are running a Facebook ad and you're just sending people to your website, tip number one bonus, don't send people to, don't boost a post. That's what I was going to say. But anyways, if you're running a Facebook ad, you always want to be sending people who click on ads to a landing page. Do not send them to your website. Do not send them to some vague thing. It always has to be a landing page with one call to action. So a call to action is either where they sign up for your service, where they give you their email address, where they take one call to action, okay? So if you run an ad, please, for the love of God, do not send them to some random page on your website, okay? You have to do Facebook ad that sends to a landing page with one call to action, all right? And boosting posts. Boosting posts is, it's no good. It's really not good. Please just run a regular Facebook ad, all right? So let me see what else I can help with Mary with. What I would probably also do, again, I'm always about testing and tweaking the ad. Could it be easier? Could it be more refined? If you are running, so Mary sounds like she's running something that is asking for people to pay. Mary, if you want to comment in the box, let me know. Are you running this ad asking people to pay money when they get to the landing page? So if you're running a Facebook ad that is sending people straight to a landing page and you are asking them to pay money, to pay you money immediately to go to that landing page and not get anything for free, your conversions are going to be lower. I think typically they'll say you can convert between like 1 to 2%, maybe even 1 to 3%. If you run a Facebook ad that then asks for people to pay for money. If you run a Facebook ad that then asks people for their email address. Okay, what are you selling them, Mary? And guys, for anybody that's hopping on, please post your questions in the comments. I will answer them live. I have a couple more questions to get to, but right now I'm talking about Facebook ads and Mary's asking about help with her Facebook ad. So if you are running a Facebook ad and it's sending people to a landing page, the landing page has to have one call to action. The landing page also should be asking for something that's free that will get more conversions. If you send people to a landing page where you're asking them to pay something, you're going to typically see lower conversions. So a lot of my landing pages, my best landing page once converted at like 58%. So I was getting 58% of the people coming to my landing page converting, okay? But I was also asking for something free. Things like webinars, challenges do very well. Challenges do really well. Webinars do well. The landing page that I had for this challenge, it would sometimes go up to 27, sometimes back to 19. But whenever I would see a drop, I would test and tweak something else on the page. Okay, so Mary told me it's a special, specific kind of family session that I'm offering only this month and next. So Mary, are you asking them for money? That's typically what I'm like saying. So if they're going to the landing page, are they going to eventually be paying you money, even if you just say they're just inquiring with you, right? So you're not giving them anything for free. You're maybe promoting the landing page. Feel free to correct me and let me know. But if you're running a landing page that is asking for people to pay you, typically you will see lower conversions. So say you get 100 people to come to your page, okay? What you'll see is you probably want, you'll probably get one of them to actually either convert into a paid session, even if they're just like, hey, you know, call me and schedule me to book. Just another tip, make it really simple. Make it incredibly simple. So if you want them to sign up for this family session, okay, that you're offering this month and next, and you're sending them to that landing page, make it super, super simple. Don't even have them fill out a form. Don't even have them, make it as simple as sending them, like they can send you a Facebook Messenger chat, like something so incredibly simple that these people don't have to go out of their way, right? Like I know a lot of us, I mean, think about how spoiled we are in the online entrepreneur world where we sign up for something on a landing page and we want to see it in our inbox that minute. If it takes 5 minutes to get to our inbox, we've kind of already forgotten about it, right? Like we need everything immediately. So Mary, just clarify for me if you are sending them to a landing page where they have to book you in some way or something like that. Just let me know about that, because If you are seeing lower conversions, that's actually completely normal. What I would do is I would make it really simple for them to book with you. I would also decide, maybe you haven't decided yet. Maybe you haven't decided how many people you want to actually get in this thing. Have you decided that I'm going to sell out this program? I think a lot of us always skip over that step that says, okay, I'm going for this thing. I am in it. I am in it to win it. I am getting 5 people no matter what. And I'm deciding I'm getting 5 people sessions booked, right? Deciding, guys, is the first step to get whatever you want. When you want to get a certain number of people, when you want to hit a goal month, first step, just decide. Honestly, anytime I've had big months, anytime I've raised my prices, it all started with a simple thing, but it changed everything as deciding it was mine and deciding it would be done in no matter what way. All right, so Mary updated me. Promoting landing page where they can get more information. There are 2 buttons, learn more, leads to a blog post with more info. I'm going to shake my head no and tell you about that. And book now opens email to me. No, you have to lead them. Think of your clients, okay, Mary? So think of everybody think of your clients in this way. It's going to be terrible, guys, but it makes their lives easier, okay? So I always think of all of my, no, I don't, this is going to offend all my clients. I always think of people and my clients and potential clients as if they are sheep that I'm trying to herd, okay? And I am always making it so simple. Okay, so you tried the Facebook ad that promoted the Facebook message, and that's no. Nix the whole, okay, this is what I'm saying. Make it as easy as possible. When you then lead people to a blog post, and they're like, what am I doing on this blog post? What am I supposed to be doing? Or it does things like opens an email. People are like, well, that's too much commitment. I was just trying to check out to see how much the pricing was. I want you to make it as simple, Mary. Think of them as sheep that you are herding. So whether it be book now and it opens to Acuity or Calendly, things that schedule the appointments right there and the person pays right through the platform. That's the way you get people to convert easy. So you just herd them like sheep, use a scheduling app or software like Calendly or Acuity, and you make sure that they go that way really quick and really simple. And the Facebook Messenger thing, I'm not sure how the Facebook ads and Messenger is working so well. I know it's fairly new. So when I mean by like send a Facebook message, I'm trying to think of the thing that actually has the button in there that it can ask you a question. Some people don't like that either. Some people it's a little too close for comfort. A lot of people, when they get to the Facebook Messenger part, also really want to know you at that point. So they might kind of be like, oh, it's a little too soon to be talking to her personally. I just don't know. But again, herd them like sheep. You guys are all sheep. I'm a sheep too. I get herded all the time. I really mean it in like the most sincere way. But when people say, I'll tell you guys, when people say to me, okay, I'm ready to sign up for a coaching package, or okay, I'm ready to sign up for a course, the only action I do next is either I say payment plan or payment plan or pay in full. Or I just send them the link. I just say, okay, this is how you pay me by this date. This is how you pay me by this date. And I do not complicate it. I do not do anything else, okay? I herd them into what their next step with me. I make it as simple. I make it simple, okay, for people to pay me money. Incredibly simple for people to pay me money. Once you complicate it, once you send them to a blog post, once you kind of open an email, it's like people are like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. So, Mary, make it simple as possible. Also, you are sending them to paying you immediately. So you have to, the conversions are lower for that. I think most people you can expect maybe 1 to 3%, like I said before, when you are actually sending people from a cold Facebook ad. So this audience is cold. They don't know who you are. Maybe they've seen you once, and then you want them to give you money, and they're like, I don't know who you are. Who are you? Who are you? And it might, I mean, that's why there still is a conversion rate of 1 to 3%, because still some people are like, hey, I need that. She looks awesome. Cool, convert. But then there's a good chunk of people that are like, I don't know who you are. So they need to be warmed up. All right. So I would make sure that also in there you use your warmed up audience. You have an audience that is warmed up. You have people on your personal Facebook page. You have people on your Instagram. You have people on your business Facebook page. I would spend a lot more energy on them than running the Facebook ad. But I know why you're running the Facebook ad, because it's easier than putting all the work into your audience that's already warmed up. But I'll tell you, you know who will convert more? Your warmed up audience. So give them some love and tell them about your program, and don't shut up about it until it's full, okay? All right, I'm gonna come back to Mary's question. She had a lot more questions. She only had 3 more questions. I'm gonna move on to another question that I got through email, and this is the question I always get. I always get this question. I always get this question whenever I hop on potential sales calls or discovery calls with people who are interested in working with me. It's always like, well, Shannon, how do I raise my prices, or how do I raise my rates without scaring the living daylights out of everybody, or without hurting everybody away? Okay? So, guys, here's the thing with money. You are putting your own money story into other people that you have no idea how much money they have. So you're taking your own money beliefs and you're putting them upon everybody else. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't have money, I don't have a lot of money, I wouldn't spend that much money on this, then you're putting it onto them, and you're not actually letting the client decide how much they think your value is worth, right? So in my wedding flower business, I decided to take $2,000 minimums for my wedding flower packages the second year in my business, okay? Think about it this way. Here's a great way to think about this. No one gave me an award. No one gave me a medal. No one said it's time to do it. There was nobody saying now is the time to raise your prices. I just decided, which is very important, I decided that more than anything, I wanted to make money and I wanted to make good money from flowers, and I knew that I could, and I knew that I knew what I was doing, and I knew that I was worthy of $2,000. So I raised my rates to $2,000 minimums, and I booked people, and I booked more people than I did previously, and I booked people that I actually like to work with, and I booked the right types of brides, and I booked brides that didn't haggle me on price, that gladly paid me $4,000 to $5,000. And then a couple months later, I get the girl who says she has a $10,000 flower budget and she wants to work with me. If I did not raise my rates to the $2,000 minimums, I would not have been able to handle a $10,000 client. So if you guys are sitting here right now telling me you want to make $100,000 in your wedding business, but you couldn't handle even a $10,000 wedding right now because you only deal with $800 to like $1,500 people, you couldn't even handle a bride who wanted to spend $10,000 on you, then you're actually not ready. You're legit holding yourself back. And if that girl would have came to me with that 10 grand and I was still stuck at pay whatever you want, I would have never have been able to handle a $10,000 client, because I wouldn't know. I really, really wouldn't know how to handle a $10,000 budget. So when you are doing anything, from fear, anything from, oh, I'm lowering my prices, I'm hiding because I'm fearful of people judging me, I'm fearful of people saying like, you know, who is she? I'm fearful of anything, any action that stems from fear will never help you. It will always hold you back. Always think of the person that you want to be. So if you want to be a person at $100,000, a wedding professional at $100,000, ask her, what would she do with her prices? Would she raise her prices? What would her prices look like? What would her clients look like, right? And that will give you the answer that you need to feel confident and feel assured about your decision, okay? Yeah, so let me answer Mary's other questions. We did the Facebook ads question, and then Mary asked me about starting online courses. Mary says, I'd love to hear any practical logistical advice about starting e-courses. I am planning on launching courses, but not sure where to start with the bigger things, like how to host it, how to organize, how and when to begin to promote, and etc. So Mary, I have something amazing for you. In the Money Making Habit, the course, I actually have a full lesson. Lesson 3 is called Money Making Activities. And in that lesson, I actually walk you through an entire launch calendar, how to come up with what you're going to sell, how to come up with what you're going to promote, and then what your launch calendar should look like. So it's amazing. What I can answer for you on this one, just because the launch calendar would take forever and all of these things would take forever, what I can say is, first, do you have a platform? So do you have a platform of people that you are, these people that you want to sell the online courses to? Do you have a platform for them yet? Do people know you as that person, right? So when I went from wedding flower business Shannon to then wedding business coach Shannon, right? First, I had to let people know that this was the new role I was taking on. I decided that I wanted people to see me that way. And what I started out doing was in Facebook groups, giving advice, giving consulting advice, giving marketing advice, giving selling advice, things I wanted people to see me as, okay? So that was my first step. And then my second step was like kind of making it known. So it was things like creating a Facebook business page. It was creating a Facebook group. It was creating an email list. So first I had to let people know that I was here and what I knew and who I was going to become. I'm now wedding business coach Shannon. I'm not flower girl Shannon anymore. And then I kind of wanted people to know, like, okay, here's how you can contact me, reach me, right? So I built this foundation. And the third step to building that foundation was getting coaching clients. Before I could go out and create courses and create ebooks and create PDFs and create challenges, I first really had to know what were my clients really struggling with. I knew my struggles because I was a wedding professional, but were my struggles the same as everybody else's? And after coaching, I think maybe I spent my first year of my coaching business just coaching. I would try to go off and venture off and become distracted by a lot of other things, but it never worked. I just needed my foundation. I needed the platform first. So I spent my first year just coaching, just finding coaching clients, just getting into their heads, just hearing what they were saying they had problems with, hearing what was the biggest struggle for them, and then perfecting my coaching technique, and then getting that really down. And then that's how my course, How to Win at Weddings, was born, from everything that I had coached. So I would just want to make sure first is you have a platform to stand upon. You have a foundation where people know you as a leader, where people know you as that person to go to, and where people are warmed up to you too, right? Like, so if you come out as like Mary and you're Mary the photographer, and then you put out, you know, a booklet and, or you put out, an e-course, and it's all about how to start a photography business, some people might be like, wait, what? Wait, what? Or they might also just be like, they just might not be your audience that will actually purchase it. Okay, does that make sense? So you have to have, first, I would say, start out with a foundation of making sure, one, people know you as that person. If you already have that, awesome, perfect place to start. Two, I would spend just a little bit more time. If you haven't, I don't know if you have or haven't yet, I would spend a little bit more time really getting to know your clients' pain points. So the people who would take this course, what do they really need help with? Okay, and really getting those things ironed out. And then if you have that, if you've worked with people one-on-one, if you know what they're really struggling with, then the third step would be to create the course. Okay, all right, okay, a small one. I think I am launching a newsletter first in a couple weeks that will be my primary focus for several weeks, with the goal to launch course stuff February. Okay, good. So you understand the foundation comes first. Awesome. So you're starting the newsletter list, and that will be where you will kind of build up with them. Good. When it comes to, what were the logistical stuff you were asking about? Courses, but not sure where to start with the bigger things, like how to host it, how to organize it. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the most amazing thing. I'm going to free you guys from everything. Do whatever the fuck you want. If you want to create a course where it's just like you blabbing on for 30 minutes and you don't include worksheets, it's fine. It's totally fine. I will save you guys years of headache from creating courses that make you want to pull your hair out and that make you feel like, oh, I hate this course. Because what has to happen is you have to be so excited about this thing that you're selling. You have to feel so good about it. And when you feel, ugh, one, you drag your feet on creating it. I did that. Two, not for the money-making habit, I dragged my feet on creating How to Win at Weddings, because I was slowly starting to phase out of just wedding professionals, and I wanted to expand into all creative female entrepreneurs. But I felt like I had kind of backed myself into a corner with wedding people, and I had to create this wedding course. So I really dragged my feet for a long time on creating How to Win at Weddings. I'm so happy I created it. I'm still going to promote it because I know what it can do for people. But I won't force myself to create courses in ways that don't come easy to me. So if I want to create a course where it's just like audio, I'll do that. If I want to create a course where it's just like 4 videos, I'll never say, oh, my course has to be like this and I have to promote it like this. The only way it actually has to be done is in a way that I want to do it. That's honestly it. That's the best way I can free you from how it has to be done, Mary. Seriously. Just do it. If you want to just drip it to people through an email, if you want to host it on Teachery, Teachable, I mean, there's so many course platforms you can host it on. You can do that. If you just want to send people like a booklet and do a Facebook group and a Facebook Live, whatever way would be super fun for you, would keep you interested, would keep you going through the launch and the promotion, because the whole time it's got to be like you are in it, like you are loving this thing you promoted, you're happy with it. You have to feel good about it. That's just like, that's the only way I can put it. Whenever I've done it, if you guys go to my YouTube channel and you watch the webinars I did for How to Win at Weddings, I mean, some of them are fun. Some of them I bring my spunk and my energy, but the way I'm launching the money-making habit is just, it's just on like another level. And that's because I'm really excited about it. And I did it in the way that I wanted to do it, right? So that's what I can say to you, Mary. Just do it in whatever way you want. Free yourself from how it has to look. And this person did this and this person did that. And Shannon did her promo like this. And just do it whatever way you want. That's like the best way. And I wish somebody would have told me that. I bet someone did, and I'm sure I just didn't listen. I'm sure one of my coaches told me that, and I just did not listen. All right. Moving on to another question. Okay. This one's so big. I love this one. I have so many videos on this. How do I get more inquiry? I get this all the time. How do I get more clients? So typically when people ask me this question, I was always like, well, what are you doing now to get clients? And it was always like, so I said, well, sometimes I post to Facebook. Like, that would be it, guys. Like that, it'd be like, how do I get more inquiries? And they'd be like, what am I doing now to get clients? Well, nothing really. I'm like, okay. Well, what do you expect? What do you mean? What do you mean? You got to do something, man. Like, you actually have to do something. The way I coach now and the way I am now is just like, it's really funny. It's just very different. It's just so different. Now I'm just more about like, well, did you decide that you want to get more clients? Did you make it like a thing that you're so deadly set on? Like, is there a number you picked out in your head and you said, this is what I'm getting? And guys, it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. It's so much more than just in your head deciding it. It has got to be a daily commitment, guys. This is where the self-discipline comes in. It's a daily commitment to, this is what I'm getting. Fuck anybody that says I'm not. Fuck any of my thoughts that say that I'm not. I am getting this thing no matter what. I have decided this is what I'm going to get. And I'm going to do it. But it has, guys, it has to be a daily commitment. That's why that's why I stress so much about journaling and beliefs and gratitude and mantras or whatever. So every single day I'm reaffirming what I am getting, what I have decided I am getting. And it's weird. It's like the minute I decide that I'm getting something and I'm so firmly believing it, it always shows up. It just shows up. It is just totally done. And there's also something about reaffirming that this is what you're getting. It keeps you focused. It keeps you focused. Focused. Oh my God. Focus is everything sometimes, because we can get, I mean, there's just, what's amazing is that there are so many opportunities to make money that getting unfocused has definitely been, I never watched Buffy. I didn't. Did they say something in Buffy about getting it done? But yeah, but like staying focused on like, this is what I'm getting. This is how I'm getting it. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing, right? And we can sometimes just like get so distracted that there's nothing more important than just saying, this is what I'm getting. And once you kind of decide that, it becomes a lot easier to get clients. It becomes a lot easier to show up, to say, okay, I'm getting this thing, it's done. And then the steps just naturally follow. Mary, I want to know what Buffy, why did you ask that? I want to know. But it's just naturally easier then to do the things you have to do to get clients when you've decided that that's the thing you're getting and it's totally done. All right. So we did this. I think we just have Mary's last question. I'd love to know. Wow, I didn't know Buffy was all about mindset. I'd love to know about that. One more thing. I know Mary asked one more question. I know you asked another question, right, Mary? It was the Facebook. I swear, I thought you had 3 parts. Okay, I think it was this. You've never done course type stuff, so I want to be prepared since I'm doing along with still building the other side of things. Feel kind of confused about how to organize it. Testing and tweaking. Okay. Kind of just wanting. Okay, let me see if you said anything. Okay. Yeah, post it in here later. I'd like to know what you're talking about. So Mary, in the last part that you put, did I skip over something? For some reason, I thought you had 3 parts. You did, right? Oh, lead magnets. That's what I was wondering. Lead magnets. So you asked about lead magnets. Choosing lead magnets. There are certain ones that I've noticed personally for myself that do better. But I'll tell you guys this. When I launched the How to Win at Weddings course, okay? When I launched the How to Win at Weddings course, my first course, I spent $2,500 in Facebook ads. So I spent $2,500 in Facebook ads. And I had this challenge. I had the whole thing laid out. It was perfect. It was just going to go off perfectly. I had the whole challenge laid out. It's called Engagement Season Kickoff Challenge. And I'm probably still going to be launching that. It's probably still going to be launching the same thing, but I'm getting to the point. Okay. So I spent the money on the Facebook ads. I had the people coming through my community, my email list. They went through the funnel. They got the 3 videos. So it was a 3-part video series. Yes, it was a 3-part video series that they got. And it was a challenge, and people converted very well from the landing. I had hired a social media agency to run it for me, and I had like almost a 60% conversion rate on the landing page. So people came in, they went through the funnel, they got kind of like pitched the course, and then where things fell apart, where I'll say I really lost a lot of conversions and sales, I could have had much more. I could have made much more off that launch. Was that I was not showing up enough in my Facebook group. I really didn't have any belief, faith, or trust in myself to make a shit ton of money off of a course. Probably not off of like anything at that point. I mean, in some ways, yes, of course, because I had a big month a couple months before. And that's what led me to create the How to Win at Weddings course. But I threw money at Facebook ads and this funnel hoping that they would take care of everything. So I was hoping that people would see that the course, when people came through the challenge, they went through the challenge, and I kind of just left it like the course is closing soon. I left the funnel just like that. And I look back now and realize I ended up like closing it like a month after people had gone through. And then once I closed it, that's when all these like last minute sales came through, because I'm supposed to do that at the end of the launch and close the cart. But what the real issue was when I look back on that launch was that I didn't believe or trust or have faith in myself. So what I wasn't doing was I wasn't doing videos. I wasn't really showing up. I wasn't emailing my list all the time. I didn't close the cart for fear of not getting enough sales. There was so much mindset stuff that had happened that I was hoping I could skip over the mindset stuff and skip over the inner work of really journaling out my feelings, really journaling out about what I was feeling with fear, really journaling about why I wasn't doing videos enough, really journaling about why I wasn't asking for the sale enough, why I wasn't closing the cart, why I wasn't, it was all because I was hoping that if I threw money at Facebook ads and lead pages and a course, that it would do all the work for me and I would get to bypass doing the actual work, which is things like this, like showing up. Even though I had recorded myself on video, that was tough, and I did that. And I did a 3-part video series, but it really would have helped me tremendously if I would have first really practiced having deep faith, trust, love, commitment, self-belief, all of that stuff before I tried to just throw money at a Facebook ad and a course and hoping that it would sell itself. And if any of you are in that place, I will tell you, get your shit right in here. More than just positive thinking. I'm not talking about positive thinking, guys. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about thinking everything's rainbows and sunshines and thinking it's going to be done. No, I am talking about, it is like grueling work of being like, oh, man, damn it. I don't really think I could do this. Oh, I really do have a lot of self-doubt. And it's a daily commitment on paper, a pen and paper, a pen to paper, a pen to paper, a pen to paper. And that was when I had started making much better amounts of money once I got the pen to paper. And I wasn't even spending $2,500 on Facebook ads. I was really just investing my time in self-belief and self-love into myself, which is what I really needed in order to succeed. So Mary, if you want to launch that course, you definitely need to just show up like this. You don't even worry about the lead magnet. Don't even worry about, the conversions and the landing page. What you really have to do is believe in yourself enough to do things like this. This is what my 5th video in 3 days, 5th live video in 3 days. And I really pushed it and I really launched it, and I have bags under my eyes, but they're good bags. They're not bags like I feel like I'm working and I'm stressing and I'm hustling and I'm grinding. It's like I'm just so excited about this course that I know this course is something that has to be put out into the world. It's something I was meant to teach and create because I was so anti-self-discipline for so long. I was so anti-mindset for so long that like I have bags in my eyes because I'm just like, this, I've got to keep going, like a marathon almost. So you got to have that. Don't even worry about the lead magnets and things like that. Sure, challenges do good. Sure, challenges do good. Webinars can even do good. Just don't half-ass the lead magnet. Don't half-ass it. Yeah, do live videos. And don't half-ass it. Don't half-ass anything. Don't half-ass the lead magnet. Don't half-ass the videos. Don't half-ass emailing people because you're scared. Don't half-ass anything because it'll show in your numbers when you half-ass something. It'll show in your numbers. All right, so Mary's question was the last question that I had. Yeah, guys, that's it. That's it. I just had the 2 through email Mary's questions. The money-making habit, the early bird cart closes Friday night or Saturday at midnight. And you can buy it for $97, 5 modules with 2 money mindset bonuses. And it is the best thing I have ever put together, I have to say. It really focuses on accessing your mindset, your inner intuition, your inner wisdom, which is really your true money maker. So I talk a lot about self-discipline, consistency, and then I talk about like taking massive fucking action, like creating tons of content, live video, promos, launches, things like that. and how to put those all together and how to launch them correctly. It's $97 until Friday night or Saturday at midnight, or you can do the payment plan, which is 2 monthly payments of $55. After that, it goes up to $197. The cart closes on Tuesday, October 17th. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. Have a good night. Bye.